What's up, guys? Just doing a little bit of conquest here while we wait for everyone to fill in. That will work. Make sure you guys like the stream for me. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel for some reason, please make sure you subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. We'll grab this. Just trying to clear some of these conquest feats while I can. Ugh. Let's do this. Are you guys chatting? I do not see, am I not seeing chat for some reason? There it is. I could not see chat in here, guys. What's going on? There we go. Why am I not seeing that? There we go. That was really strange. I literally could not see any of your chats. What's up, guys? Guys, I'm doing all right now that I finally got ready to see somebody hurt my soul. Yeah, dude, Andrew, someone's definitely going to hurt the soul tonight. I can see all the original comments. Yeah, I can scroll back up now. I could not. It was on, like, top chat or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works. I just need to get through this one. Get through this. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Oh, okay, we're good now. So I need to keep, like, the damage over times or days on these guys so they don't gain turn meter. No, it doesn't matter. All right, as we're getting more and more, guys, so the way the reviews work around here, for those of you newer to the channel or haven't been on a live stream before, channel members, you guys get priority. Donations get priority. Otherwise, it is first come, first serve. We are a man of the people here. What data discs am I running? I use, right now I've got Amplify Agonies, Voluntary Vanguard, Vitality, this and this. I don't know. The Voluntary Vanguard and Amplify Agonies have been carrying me this conquest. It's just, like, so broken. So it's getting me my Inquisitorious stuff here. You got Treya, Vader, Scion, and Conquest and can't get past it. Any tips? Okay, Ozzy, do you have, like, I don't know, maybe, like, Bounty Hunters could work. You could try and, like, snipe Treya out. Something like that. Really depends on what you have. Alright, well, let's get into, any Ruth. Dude, I do have Ruthless Swiftness. I just don't feel like putting it on yet. I just haven't, because, like, some of the feats are, like, you know, inflicting debuffs, and I'm, like, clearing them way too fast. Like, it took me way longer to get the 300 purge than necessary, because I was just, like, destroying everything. All right, so we are going to go to the... I'm just looking through. All right, we are going to go to the top of the group here. So we've got Anthony Papacharlambus. Definitely butchered that, but there we go. Let's get this show on the road here. All right, boss man. What do we got going on? So we've got JMK. And we've got Sith Eternal. And I think I saw Leviathan. Leviathan and Executor before 6 million is... Sheesh, that's awesome. That's really good. Okay. I'm just looking around here. I want to poke through. Okay, so we need to work on your Separatist fleet here. Separatist fleet giving me anxiety. We need these guys up and running. They're not even going to cost you gear. That's just easy. That's easy money. That's easy money. So I definitely work on your Separatist fleet there because it's just... You don't even need pilots for it. That's why I love them so much. You don't even need pilots for the bomber. For bomber and vulture droid. You just go get them. With these guys right here, I do really well. I have really good win rates against negotiators with gear 12. So you should be fine if you can just get them with your 7-star malevolence. I think that'd be really good ships wise. Those are easy. That's an easy win, right? That's low hanging fruit. So you have GI. So for your Inquisitors, I'm gonna say we need to get these characters to Relic 7. If your guild's doing anything with Rise of the Empire, man, we gotta get these guys up to Relic 7 at this point. So yeah, get these guys up and running. I'm just going to say this Omicron's a waste on Grand Inquisitor. No reason to have Omicrons on him. When you get Reva, you're just going to end up using her. So you have Commander Luke Relic 7. Han is Relic 7. So what is the current... What's our current game plan here as far as what you're... Because you've kind of got stuff all over the place here. Like, we've got the Commander Luke team. Are you thinking Jedi Master Luke? Are we thinking Leia? Because you did some really heavy farms here. Like, I'm not going to say, you did some really heavy farms. Do we have a plan moving forward in terms of what you want next? Because my suggestion would be you've got to get one of the new Galactic Legends in Jabba or Leia. But, I mean, so definitely not Jabba at this point. But you definitely need another GL now. We definitely need to be working on that. Current plan has become Reva ready. Then probably a JKL and see if Jabba, JML, or Leia. Yeah, get Jedi Knight Luke. I think that's going to be your best bet there because I think, unfortunately, what you did, I mean, you did really smart things. You got the best fleets ready to go. You got your best fleet ready to go. You're only 6 million GP. You've got a long way to go there. But I think if you get Reva ready, opens up possibilities for guilds, and then get Jedi Knight Luke and pivot from there. I have a video coming out tomorrow that I think will really help you. What I would recommend right now is take advantage of these Coors Light Leia bonus drops. Because you need her for both Jabba and Leia. So that's going to give you... She's accelerated. There's bonus drops. Get her to 7-star during this time if you can. There's no gear wasted if you do put anything on her. Because she's needed for those 2 GLs, which would be the 2 that I would recommend going for at this point. So I want to throw that out there for you, man. Otherwise, yeah, I say Jedi Knight Luke is the play and pivot from there, while making sure that you are farming our girl Coors Light Leia, because you want to take advantage of these bonus drops. You want to take advantage of her accelerated rate. She's needed for 2 things, so you're not hurting yourself by farming her right now. There's no harm. Like, if you end up going for Jabba, you've got her done. If you end up going for Leia, you got her done. That's what I would do. Jedi Knight Luke, farming Leia, finish off the Separatist ships. I think that's going to get you going for a while there. until you get Jedi Knight Luke and can pivot further from there, my friend. Yeah, dude. Yeah, do the refreshes, farm her node, do everything you can do. That is absolutely what you should do. All right, we've got Wombat just joining back onto the council, and we've also got $10 from Minty Nebula. Thank you so much, my friend. So he put his ally code and said, how does Zeta, used it on Rex, gonna finish Sith Eternal, then Executor? Wondering what light side team I should work on, or what legendary light side team, maybe Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Well, let's take a look, Minty. I appreciate the support, my friend. Let's grab this open. All right, so we've got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. That's good. Let's see here. So, used it on Rex. Which Rex? I just want to make sure I know what Rex you... When you say that, what Rex did you use it on? Okay, looks like you used it on new Rex. Interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but that's fine. Gonna finish Sith Eternal. So, not much more to do for Sith Eternal here. We need Relic 7, 6. So nothing crazy, right? I'm not saying anything crazy, right? Like, it's not like you need crazy amounts of relics at this point. Seems like you've got most of the characters ready to go for Sith Eternal. And then you're going for Executor, which is fine. I think that's solid. How do our ships look? Honestly, yeah, okay, you need IG-88. I was going to say yeah, you need, okay, so you still need a little bit more work on the ships, which probably makes sense of why Sith Eternal's going first. In terms of light side characters, so you've got you have Revan already, which is solid. You have Jedi Knight Luke, so it looks like, or Commander Luke, so it looks like you were starting to think about Jedi Master Luke because you have JTR. And it looks like you were thinking about Jedi Knight. I definitely think Jedi Knight Luke is the play. I think Jedi Knight Luke is definitely the play, yeah. I would get Jedi Knight Luke for sure. I think that's going to be my big, we're going to start just really honing in on Jedi Knight Luke. Again, a big push on the fact that there's multiple ways that his requirements are getting used into the game right now. You need him for Jabba. You need him for Jedi Master Luke. And, half of his Rex end up going into Leia anyway. The other thing I would consider, as I had said to Anthony as well, Coors Light Leia being accelerated, take it and dropped right now. Take advantage of that as much as you can. Just these situations right now and this is for everybody on stream, free advice, right? The bonus drops for Coors Light Leia right now, if you can take advantage of them, is going to make the difference between you. Like, it's going to save you so much time. The amount of time it can save you over these 7 days. Just think, if you can get 10 shards a day, that's 70, just think that's 70 shards over the course of that time. In reality, that's about, a month of farming. Maybe a little bit, less, but think about a month of farming is what that's going to end up saving you of farming your hard node just in the side of a week, in a week. So, that would be my advice there. I'm almost leaning towards you saying, you've got a lot of really good gear on your Phoenix Squadron too, which I'm okay with putting this on Rex when at your GP you've got decently geared Phoenix. Definitely Executor before Jedi Knight Luke. You definitely need Executor before Jedi Knight Luke. You need those crystals. You need that fleet for GAC. Yeah. And then in terms of ship-wise, is there any easy wins here? So once you get your bounty hunters, Millennium Falcon will be good to go. Outrider would be solid for a while because you're going to have really good rebels. I mean, part of me wants to say get your TIE Echelon up and running. If you've got Kylo, right? Like, I'm just thinking out, like, if you've got your Kylo, I would say an easy win is your Echelon. If you can afford to fit this into your farming, that's going to make your First Order fleet so much better. It'll help you counter other Executors, but it's also really going to help you just kind of flesh out that First Order fleet a little bit. Take it to that next gear that you're going to need it at. So that would be my easy ship win. Otherwise, let's just take a look real quick at some speed here. Ooh, Starkiller's, is he really fast? 268, so he's not overly fast. I don't hate hell. I don't like that mod, but it's, you know, it's at least got, I don't, see, this is what I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend slicing this up. I get it's got offense percent here, but it's not horrible. It is a 20 node. I'm not saying it's not an expensive node, but it's worth it because it's such a great ship. That's the thing. It's such a great ship. And then I would definitely try to make your Darth Revan faster. You need, 92 speed's a bit slow on him. We really want to bump that speed up. I'd be looking at Darth Revan. We should be looking at he should be above 300 speed. We definitely want to get him up and running. Mara Jade, same thing. She should be above 300 speed. I've done a bunch. If you just check my channel, I've done a bunch of stuff on modding. Yeah, like this Piet is really good, right? Like those are really good mods. This is how you should be modding everybody, right? Trying to get them really, really fast. Those are some solid mods on him. Those are some really solid mods on Piet. So, yeah, man. I mean, I think your plan to finish Sith Eternal, Executor, Jedi Knight Luke is going to be really solid. And again, like I said, I don't hate the relic or the Zeta on Rex with how decently geared your Phoenix is for 5.7 million. You've got a better geared Phoenix than I do, so well done, my friend. All right, so we got Wombat joining the council. Thank you, Wombat, my friend. As always, buddy, I appreciate it. All right, we're going to scroll back up here. We did Anthony. All right, now we've got Middle G. Dropping the code. All right, Middle, let's see what we got, my friend. So, first relic on First Order TIE Pilot. I'm not the biggest fan of that. And he only needs to be Relic 3. We don't need him at Relic 5. And we've got Zetas on Hux and Sith Trooper, but not on... I guess the Kylo lead Zeta not completely necessary if you're just going to end up running him with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, but it is a nice one to have in your back pocket. But I can understand it as long as there's no other. Oh, so we've got the. So that's what I was gonna say. Like, so you've got an Omicron on Dash, which means you put a Zeta on him, and I don't know. I feel like that Zeta could go here, or even on Vader. Vader's Merciless Massacre. We need this Zeta. This is like the most important Zeta in the game. That is the most important Zeta in the game. Now, you're only 1 million GP, so you've still got a long way to go to rectify the situation. It is interesting. Yeah, I mean, guys, you got to remember, this count is only 1 million GP, so like I can't expect him to have solid mods everywhere. That's not at all what I'm thinking, and especially for this isn't a hyperdrive account, so take that into consideration here as well. Now, so we are rushing Kylo here, which I understand. I think for a while that was definitely the play, and I think it'll help in the future. So we just need to start getting some relics going on. Yeah, I would say you're not gonna have enough credits for really good mods yet. That's not a possibility. Ships wise, like having a 4-star TIE Dagger right now is good. I'd work on the Houndstooth for sure. We definitely want to get that ship. Because I'd imagine, yeah, you don't have the Finalizer yet. So you're still a really long way from getting Kylo because you need that 5-star Finalizer. So I would definitely be investing in the ships you need for Finalizer as much as you can. Yes, and Angel, you are spot on. I would definitely be farming some speed mods on this account because you're going to want them on basically 90% of these guys. Like Hux has speed mods. Now only 23 speed, so that one, yeah, like some of these I wouldn't have sliced. That's okay. We can, early mistakes. Like this one's all right. That's a pretty decent mod. That one I wouldn't have, and that I wouldn't have. So you don't want to slice anything that doesn't have speed. We definitely don't want to be doing that, buddy. Let's just sort who else has some speed on them that we can maybe... So Kylo has 65 speed, which means he's got a speed error. Yeah, some of these mods I just wouldn't have... Like, this is good. That's a very good mod. That can go on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren eventually. But, yeah, like, I definitely need to work on the mods. But again, at your GP, I don't think that it's... That I'm, like... Again, I'm just, picking out things, man. I'm not trying to force you to, kind of do anything. Like, this is a very good mod, by the way. Offense percent, potency percent, with the damage here, that is really good. That one I wouldn't have done. There's no speed secondary. This is actually decent. Crit chance with speed on a crit chance. I'd prefer crit damage on a guy like FOTP, but there are characters who will really benefit from that mod, so I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. And then Dash even has some speed here, which has got to come from somewhere. Or is he just a, fast character all around? Like, that has speed on it, at least. That has speed on it. That's it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I would just say that we start working on mods one at a time. Maybe start trying to build a set for this character, this character, this character. Ensuring that, like, the most important one we're going to be building for is your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. We want him to have really good mods. So the one way we could do to really solve this is, and you've done a good job of this, like, I would just stop spending some of your credits on characters that we're not going to be using. That's the one thing I would say. Some of these characters where there's just, like level 60s and stuff, like, I wouldn't be doing stuff like this until you're later on down the road, because you don't need that kind of, gear, or you don't need that. Those credits could go into other areas like your, what's the word I want to use? Like mods. But otherwise, for 1,000,000 GP, you've got really solid characters. We just need to make sure you're paying the attention to ships as well to make sure we can get Finalizer, because you don't want to be in that situation where you've got all your relics done and then you're just sitting around waiting to get Finalizer. So let's make sure we get that done, man. Otherwise, good stuff for this level. And you just got R2-D2 and Thrawn, which is really good progress. I wouldn't worry about trying to gear them up right now. I just kind of let it ride, and we'll continue, continue to build your roster from there, because we don't want to be spending crazy amounts of credits and gear right now. You just want to be focusing on getting these guys up and running. Angel David said, use maybe some Raid 1 currency for credits. Could it be worth? Oh, you 100% have to. It's not like a debate anymore. You used to get raid credits. You used to get credits from raids. So that currency was given to you with that in mind, that you're supposed to, and you're intended, supposed to, however you want to say it. They force you to have to buy those credits. You need to be diligent about buying credits with your raid currency. It sucks because it feels like you're, kind of pissing it away. But trust me, that's all part of the process, that you're supposed to have to buy that, because that's what they used to give you as part of your rewards. They bake that into how much they give you. So that is a really good point there. But yeah, man, for 1,000,000 GP, this isn't bad. They got a pretty decent GAC roster to start. All right, Clifton Reed with the $10, my friend. He says, hey, Phil, here's my code. I just finished General Skywalker, and I'm gearing them up. I'm currently farming towards Jedi Knight Luke due to the crate rewards. Should I continue towards Jabba or go for another galactic legend? All right, let's see, buddy. All right, so we've got 4.1 million. You've got a 7-star executor, which is solid. I want to see the ships right now. So you've got some pretty good ships in here for the GP, man. You've got some pretty good ships. Negotiator, executor. So I'd be working on the malevolence and getting your like vulture droid. Oh, you got vulture droid even. So where's your hyena bomber? I'd get hyena bomber and I'd get the malevolence up and running because that's going to be easy money. So no galactic legends right now. So what's your 501st look like at the moment? All right, so you're working on it. It looks pretty decent right now. So then you asked, working towards Jedi Knight Luke. So what do the rebels look like? All right, so those guys are ready. So you need Captain Han, Lando, Rolo. Rolo needs to be in here somewhere, right? Where's she at? Rolo. Okay, we're getting her up. Let's check Dark Side. Our king has his Omicron. That's beautiful. That is beautiful right there. Pretty decent Omicron selection here too. Zam, Treya, Savage, Wampa. Those are some solid Omicron selection right there. That's some very well spent Omicrons. And your Vader's Relic 7 anyway because you have Executor. So you're thinking Jedi Knight Luke. So again, like I've been telling everybody, make sure you're grabbing your Coors Light Leia shards. Looks like you're almost done with her too, which is brilliant. You don't even, like, you could start investing a little bit of gear if you want in her, but don't feel like you have to right now. But, so, I would definitely get Jedi Knight Luke. Because I can't, it's the best thing right now in terms of being able to pivot between all the things that are in the game. Because you've done every single thing in here is solid. Like all the relics, I don't have a problem with any relic you have in your account. I don't have a single problem with any relics you have. I even think like your Gear 12s, I don't really hate any of them, maybe except Zalbar. I'm not a big fan of that one. But like I'm looking through, like there's some, you've really done some solid stuff. Queel and IG, maybe, but that's being kind of nitpicky. They're decent characters. So Jabba. You have a 7-star Scando too. Oh gosh, yeah. So Clifton, what I would do, continue towards Jedi Knight Luke. Farm the signal data and the hard nodes you need for Jabba. But I wouldn't invest any more gear. And I'd wait to see where Nisa and like Scout Trooper go. If one of them goes to Cantina, I'd almost tell you to go for Leia because it'll be quick to get her, or like one of them. Where I'm struggling with just saying, hey, go for Leia is that Jabba's characters are accelerated, so it's going to be so much quicker to get them. You're most of the way there in terms of shard farming. Like, this guy's easy. Chrysanthemum is in the Cantina, but he's accelerated. Like, Boba Fett's done. And you've got gear invested into, like, the characters that, C-3PO, okay, he does need to get to Relic 7. Like, Han does need to be Relic 8. Like, there is some investment you'd have to do. But you're at least a good bit of the way there towards it. But I would probably just work towards the Jedi Knight Luke and then kind of pivot from there. Because anything you work on towards Jedi Knight Luke is going to help you either get Jabba, Jedi Master Luke, or Leia. So there's all those, the world is your oyster at that point, right? I think the real question for you comes to what I would think about is just relicking your 5s and leaving Rex, Arc Trooper, and Echo at gear 12. I'm very much debating that. The only reason I debate that, normally I tell you to get this team to relics. The only reason I'm debating saying that to you right now is if you go relic, Rex, Echo, and Arc Trooper, that's 3 relics spent, which are still good, right? You know, General Skywalker's a great thing. I'll kind of leave it up to you. You could try to not relic them and see how they're performing while saving those resources for other things to farm, because you definitely have a really solid ship in Executor, but you don't have a lot of ground game for GAC, so I think it's going to kind of come down to whether you can get holds just with Executor or if you need a little bit more. Yeah, again, Rex does get more because he's speed, but 5s, the reason why you relic 5s is because of the sacrifice. If 5s is defeated, they gain his max health, protection, speed, and offense stats. So all of his stuff goes to the 5-0 first. So if you keep them weaker, what can happen? This is like the trick, like, you know, early on was you'd kind of keep the rest of your 5-0 first weak, get that sacrifice because you just accidentally kill one of them. And then, like, these Gear 12 characters start hitting, like, Relic Plus because they've gotten this Relic character's protection, health, offense, and speed. So that is something I would do. But otherwise, man, this is pretty good. For 4 million, I think you're like, there's not a lot of stuff in here is wasted. You know, like, you've done a good job of kind of keeping things under wraps. You haven't kind of gone off the reservation doing anything nutso. Yeah, like, the clones are definitely are significantly better when they're all at relic levels. But it's, you know, say in that situation, it is your decision on what you think you need. Because you do have a lot of Gear 12s. You have a lot of Gear 12s, which makes sense. But otherwise, man, I think you're set on to getting to Jedi Knight Luke. I think that's got to be the bread and butter right now. Get Jedi Knight Luke, and then you can kind of move from there, man. But seriously, good stuff, dude. This is a solid for 4.1 and what you've got going on in it between having both General Skywalker and Malak. All right, we're going to keep going down here to Palpi. 557. Let's get here. All right. So, Palpi here, we've got GG, soon to be relics. Yeah, that's solid. So, got good ships here. Like, really good ships. Relic 7 on 5s. But we don't have Relic Bam. We don't have Executor yet. What's holding you up from Executor here? Are you waiting for the Executor event? Are you just waiting for the event, or do you have something else you need to farm? Hey, did I miss it? Got TIE Bomber. Are we just waiting for the event to come back, Palpi? Got like another week, I think, before it comes back. Okay. So you have Rex, 5s, Jedi Knight, Jedi Knight Anakin. Okay, full Negotiator fleet with a Relic 8 General Kenobi. Wow. Okay. I'm not a big fan of the Omicron on Chirpa. I'm going to say that. Not a big fan of that Omicron. Definitely feel like there's better characters. So you're farming the Malevolence, relicking Jedi Knight Revan, but you don't know what to farm next. I mean, to sound like a broken record, I'd just go get Jedi Knight Luke. I think that's going to give you the best bet at being, like, having the best roster you can. Because I think where you're kind of at that like breaking point now, where time to make some of those gutsy decisions in terms of, hey, you know, time to do something else that's not fun. I'm looking to see, do you not have Wampa yet? Not that it's the end of the world if you don't, but that's definitely something I'd be putting on the farming list. And you said you're working on the Jedi Knight Revan team. Your mods need work. Okay. See. Piet. 339 on Piet. That's a solid speed Piet. I mean, that's good. So how quickly do we fall off then? That's the question. We're falling off. It's got to be pretty quick here. Yeah, 310 on Rex. I mean, 310 on Rex with... Jeez, that's a nice mod. That's okay. 310 on Rex without a speed set is really good. I'm pretty sure that's faster than mine, and I've got a speed set on mine. I mean, 115, Gideon's a fast character as it is, but, like, that's okay. That's good. I mean, yeah, you're getting this... See, like, I wouldn't say your mods need work. You just need to start, like... Like, your characters like Gideon and Mara Jade, they're just going to kind of be where they are until you can get your best sets on them. Like, you have the... I think what you've done is kind of smart, where kind of prioritized getting speed, and then you'll worry about the stats next. Like, with Mara Jade... You'd love to get potency, but you want her to be fast first. Like, that's really important. Jedi Knight Luke, Commander Luke, not horrible mods. Definitely could use, like, that's pretty decent. For an offense mod, these are very good stats. I'd love to have those stats on an offense mod. I definitely prefer tenacity on him, but for, again, it's all relative, guys. At 3.6 million, these are some pretty good mods, right? All things considered, it's not that bad. Bosk. So you have a lot of, this is the thing, you have a lot of health mods, but you really need to get some speed mods on the teams here. Like, just for perspective here, you know, 87 speed with these secondaries. So you're not getting a ton of help from your secondaries. But if you get a speed set on him, like, you're going to crush it. Like, these mods are insane. Like, this is, I still can't get over it. You have 120 speed on these mods right here, because you're getting 32 from this. So you're getting almost 120 speed from these 5 mods. I mean, throw a speed set on there, and you're going to be doing a lot of that work yourself. And then the rest of your teams get faster. But otherwise, man, I mean, I don't hate the mods. I wouldn't say they need a crazy amount of work. Yeah, I mean, that one, like, yeah, these are, like, this is good, right? You didn't take it further. There's no speed on it. You leave it go. So, yeah, I think, though, like, for your next farm, it's got to be something big, right? You've really got to do something big, whether it's Jedi Knight Luke, whether you decide to go for, you know, Galactic Legend or something, but you're going to get Executor, you're going to start seeing that increase in crystals, and I think then I would start working on like a Jedi Knight Luke, or thinking about, you know, into Jabba, Jedi Master Luke, or a Leia kind of situation. I think I'm not, for your GP, I don't think I'm entirely convinced that going for where I'm struggling saying that you get Jabba or you get Leia is that by the time your account could probably realistically get Leia, the raid's going to be gone. And so without knowing what and the Endor escalation rewards are, Jabba's still the safer option because Jabba's a known quantity. We know that we're going to get mods from Jabba's event. If the Endor escalation comes around and the rewards aren't as valuable as Jabba's, then players who are going for Leia could be missing out on something. So I think Jedi Knight Luke kind of wait it out, see where things are heading. If maybe a relic, the most impactful relic you could probably do right now would be General Grievous. If you did like one extra relic for something that isn't gonna, like a side project, would be like the General Grievous to relic levels, because with those droids, like, it just turns them into an animal. As good as Traya and Savage are, they're only for a single game mode, where Grievous will kind of carry those droids in a lot of different game modes. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog. Hold on. Do you guys hear him like howling in his sleep? Can you guys hear that? I don't know. It's the cutest thing ever. My little husky puppy down here is like. But back to the reviews. Yeah, man, I think Jedi Knight Luke is your play. I think GG would be your most impactful relic, and I think some extra gear on Beskar Armor Mando wouldn't hurt you either. I think all those things could really turn this account into something special. Definitely gonna see some good stuff going on when you get Executor Man. But good stuff, dude. Yeah. Let's move on to the next. Account here. Scrolling back up. Let's go. All right, we've got Wilson Young. Let's see what we got going on. Wilson Young, 6.3 million. We've got Executor. Malevolence Negotiator. So we definitely want to finish Hyena Bomber here. Wilson, gotta finish this Hyena Bomber. You're so close. And then, I mean, I'm looking. So are you... You've got to be darn close to getting Leviathan. At least ships-wise. Just the gear is probably the next part where you're probably not... Yeah, not close on the gear. So you've done Vader and Kenobi. 6.3 million. Those are your two GLs. That is a scary, scary thought. It's a scary thought. Just kind of keep looking around in here. So you got Cal Kestis at Relic 5. Our King... Alright, so our King is not at Relic levels, but you're going for Sith Eternal, which isn't a horrible idea. Like, I would still get Wombat or Relics. I'm not going to say we shouldn't do that, but you're knocking on the door of Sith Eternal because, like, again, you got all these characters for Executor, for Lord Vader. You can kind of back into a bunch of those requirements. So I don't hate that. That's one of the big things I tell players. So you do need your Sidious to Relic 7, but Marauder's done, which is awesome. Palpatine and Vader are done. Dooku's done. So we go to your Empire. Okay, Piet's done. Thrawn's done. Grandma Tarkin's done. Royal Guard's done. Done. So your Empire is done, so you're just waiting on the last of those Sith. That is brilliant, dude. And TIE Bomber's done by default, because you have Executor. So yeah, that is solid. That is really, really solid. Yeah, wow. I love the dedication to get Second Sister to, like, decent gear levels and 7-star. And, like, not even touching the rest of these guys. Like, that's a smart, as lackluster as she is, that's a smart decision since she is the pilot. I love that. That's a big brain move right there, guys. That is a very solid move. Mara Jade Omicron, I know Omicron, I love those. I would definitely start thinking about some stuff on our king. Our king could use some relic levels in an Omicron. He's thirsting for that. Got the Omicron, he could use some relic levels on him. But I'm not hating the distribution of gear right now. The Tusken Raider, Ami, yeah, I'm assuming a lot of the guys you come across have no idea how to compete against you in GAC. You have the Cal relics, and you have Starkiller too, right? This guy is Starkiller too. Yeah, we've got Starkiller. Probably using Cal with him. Seer with an Omicron. Interesting. Where else is gear 12? Are you working on Cal Ripken Sr.? Trying to see if is that the play. Marin, 4-star, Saw Gerrera. Okay, so you're not looking like you're doing the rest of these guys right now. Not that I hate the decision to go for Seer. Not that I hate that at all. Yeah, this is pretty for 6.3 in terms of, like, the distribution of stuff in here. This is a very solid looking account. It's not a surprise that people struggle with this in GAC, especially with those two guys who those two GLs. Wombat, Sith Eternal is not the third best galactic legend. Get that? We don't poison the youth here. And you've got really good Datacrons in here too. Like, you got some good Datacrons, so that's causing people even more problems in GAC. So yeah, I did look at the ships. I just wanted to see, do you have any? I mean, otherwise you're kind of waiting on proving grounds for your TIE Interceptor, but it's at least doing the job that it's supposed to do and reducing cooldowns. So yeah, I would say you're gonna get Sith Eternal, and then I think you've gotta start here. Okay, so that's Leia. Yeah, I'm wondering. So, are you thinking of going for Leia, Wilson? I don't know if you're still in chat, but you're getting a review because you put it in. But those two make me think you'd be going for Leia instead of these guys. Like, kind of looks like you kind of got caught in the middle of stuff where, like, this is JML, he's JML, close to JML. They're past where they need to be, but you need those guys for Leia. Yeah, and we're not making a ton of progress there. And how do you look on the Jedi front? Got a lot of good Jedi here. Old Ben, Hermit Yoda. Yeah, so, I mean, you could definitely think about, like, Sith Eternal, Jedi Master Luke. I don't think... Yeah, Jabba's not really in the cards right now. Just take advantage of your bonus drops. Yeah, I think Jedi Knight Luke would be a really solid play for you after Sith Eternal. That's what I'd be working on right now, buddy. All right, so now we're going to move on to Swinny08, jumping ahead here with his $5 donation. Thank you so much, Swinny. Let's see what we got going on. Working on Jedi Master Kenobi right now. Just Phoenix, keep up the great work. Thanks, man. So you're working on JMK, you just finished Phoenix. I've got to see this. All right, Sith Eternal. 4.4, we've got Executor. Okay, so I saw Relic Hera, which makes me scared. Okay. Oof. Wow. I mean, Swinny, you got dedication, man. You got some dedication. So you're gonna take Rex to Relic levels. Then you've got to take Rex to Relic levels. That's got to be like a. Phoenix isn't finished, so this guy's at Relics. Jeez. I mean, that's dedication, though. I respect. Respect. Just started JMK about... What did that say? This stupid thing's in the way. I need to... 2 weeks ago. Okay. Alright, so 2 weeks ago started Jedi Master Kenobi. So Grandmaster Yoda is Relic 6. So nothing... Our king is there. Okay, you at least have the Omicron. Alright, so you don't have anything done for Kenobi yet. Yeah, so you're a long way from Kenobi. I think you know that. I'm not a huge... How long till you get Wat Tambor is the other question, too. As you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of going Kenobi right now. I don't know that he's offering quite enough, because you're also going to need to time that with when you can get when you can realistically get Commander Tano. Because if you can't get Commander Tano and you get Kenobi, these guys with General Skywalker are going to beat you. So you have 130 shards. So, I mean, if you don't do any refreshes, you're looking at 10 months away from an unlock of Commander Tano. So you got 10 more months. I think you'd get Kenobi in 10 months, and so you'd be stuck without Commander Tano for a while. Not saying you can't, just pointing out the stuff. Now, you're going to have Rex. How... Yeah, you've got quite a bit of farming to do for, like, our newest stuff. I'm just looking if Rex was, like, a big passion project because you love the Phoenix so much. Yeah. 130 left of Watt. Oh, 130 left of Watt, 60 on Cat. So you're 60 from Cat. So you're looking at over... Yeah, oh, man, dude, yeah. Okay, so for Cat, you're looking at, what? 270, so 14 months to get Commander Tano. You're looking at over a year to get Commander Tano without doing refreshes. Yeah, I don't know that I like that. I think that's a long way away. Especially like you've got decent Jedi between Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, Basti, Hermit Yoda's Gear 12. Like you're not impossibly far from being able to get Jedi Knight Luke. And again, it's what I'm really into. I just like you're so far from Jedi Master Kenobi that I don't feel like telling you to go farm something else is doing you a disservice. Yeah, you guys are twisting it. You know, you're bringing the heat tonight in terms of the roster levels here. I just don't, with how far away you are from Commander Tano, unless you're willing to spend a lot of crystals, I don't think it's going to be worth your time. I think you're going to be stuck without Commander Tano for a while on Kenobi, based on the fact that at your GP, you've got a GL, you've got Relic Phoenix characters, multiple Relic 8s, so that would be the only thing I would say. Because the other thing with Jedi Master Kenobi you're going to have to keep in mind is you need Ahsoka Tano at Relics. You need... General Kenobi you'll get anyways. You need Jedi Master Kenobi. You need Commander Tano. You need Ahsoka. And then, like, your 5th character slot... We're looking at something like a Padme or, I mean, maybe Jedi Knight Anakin could fill that void for a bit. I definitely prefer Padme, especially because Jedi Knight Anakin kind of fits in with your Qui-Gon. Would crystals be better spent on Executor or Proving Grounds? Oh, man. I would say it's really going to depend on... Swinny, I'm going to tell you, it's really going to depend on if you're getting... What's your fleet rank right now? If I back out for a second, what's your fleet rank? 11. Are you able to get first place consistently? If you're able to get first place consistently, I think you're okay. That maybe you could refresh your Proving Grounds and kind of stay on that Commander Tano track. Wombat with the 5 gifted memberships. Holy Toledo, my friend. You're doing this all the time, buddy. Come on. Make sure you're eating. You can't be going without food. But yeah, if you're willing to do those refreshes on Proving Grounds, no, the others have higher crew relics. Oof, yeah. All right, so maybe you're better off investing some of your resources into just getting your Executor fleet to getting first place all the time, because you're getting into that top 10, top 5, first place. Your crystal income just, bump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. It's a big deal. So I'd probably do that, and then we work on the rest. That's the advice. Let's maybe prioritize Executor for a little bit. All right, Wombat. Swinny, thank you so much, man. It's pretty, for what you've got me, that's a pretty decent roster, right? We're moving in that right direction. I think we got the right idea. All right, Wombat, I saw you put in a chat in here. Let's see what we got. He said, Phil, I recently switched guilds. They're not pushing Inquisitors. What do I do? I'll have Maul in 2 weeks. Exec is done. Farming Coors Light Leia and Captain Rex right now, but not sure what to do. All right, Wombat. And then you threw Maul's mods on Arc, so look at them and judge them. Well, that's easy enough. All right, let's go to that first. Okay, it's speed. No extra health in here, but it's speed. That's fine. Are you gonna run I'm assuming you're gonna run him under Lord Vader, correct, Wombat? Like that's the plan, running him under Lord Vader. 5% offense, protection, good. This is good. That's okay. Defense not the best on him, not horrible. Offense, protection, potency. Yeah, not terrible. Not the greatest secondaries, but they're not unusable. And then we've got... Uh-oh. I hear a baby. Hold on. And then this one, yeah, they're not terrible. For running them under Lord Vader, they're good. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. I got to get this little girl. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. jeez. Oh, there we go. All right, we are back. Okay. Can you say hi, sweetie pie? You say hi? Oh, we're gonna hide. Yeah, we're tired. All right, so I don't mind these mods for Maul. They've got the right stats, and they're versatile enough that you can switch them around. So, if your guild is not farming for Inquisitors, man, that is brutal. They're not pushing. If they're not pushing, then I'd say if they're not pushing for it, then your relic order, in my personal opinion. Oh, kiddo! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I know, yeah, I know. Oh, you're tired. I know. I would tell you Ninth Sister because you really want. I'd tell you get Ninth Sister because she's a tank. You can use her with Lord Vader, and then it potentially split Maul off if you needed to for unaligned Force user synergy, and then Second Sister for her ship because her ship can be really good when you bring it in. Outside of just the little like what's the word I would use? You know, she's good to reduce your cooldowns, but sometimes when you bring her in, you really need her to like deal damage. So that would be a solid use for her. Oh goodness, girlfriend. Wow, there you guys go. Yep, this is how I was working my job today. By the way, was this. Otherwise, man, we could get our... Come on, we know better than this. We know better than this. This needs to change. Otherwise, do you... A lot of gear 12s. I mean, I'd build a Commander Luke. Oh. Oh, girlfriend. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I know. We're gonna get you Milky, okay? Daddy doesn't have it on demand. Yeah, dude, I think... you guys see this right now? Yeah, definitely Jedi Knight Luke. Give me 1 second. Let me see it. Let me see if her milk is ready. Girlfriend. Oh my goodness. Alright, hold on, guys. Oh, Studland, for the love. Oh, my goodness. You are... In fact, you're joining this stream right now. Oh, come on, kiddo. Come on. You were just grabbing for it. There we go. All right. What's wrong, kiddo? What's wrong? Do you want it? Do you want it? You guys get to see Dad in action right now. So, yeah, Wombat. I think if we get Jedi Knight Luke on this account, I think it puts you in that position that you can make your judgment. Because you're not, like, you, of all people, are not afraid to go for something that's difficult, like Leia. And so I think if you did that, I'd almost think that you'd be willing to go for somebody like Leia, or like you'd even go for Jabba just because you know that he's going to be good in other ways. Kiddo, what are we doing? What is it? Jeez, Charlie. What are you spraying it all over the place, girlfriend? Do you want the bottle, or do you want this? Okay, so you want the bottle, then let's not spray it everywhere, okay? Or do you just want to hold it? This child, guys, telling you. I love you so much. So yeah, man, I mean, I think if you get your Jedi Knight Luke, we're going to be really, really solid, because you've got so many high levels on this. Like, you've got really, this account is always insane, as I say. Now, speed-wise, I know your ARC Trooper is going to be a bit unrealistic. Echo, 377. That's faster than mine on my main, man. Holy Toledo. Tusken Chieftain, which makes... okay, so you start coming back down to Earth. So that would be your one... My one criticism is you're giving up a lot of speed on some of these guys for the sake of a few, right? Like, you go from 377 to 324. Oh, come on, load. 324 here. And then by the time you get down to TIE Fighter Pilot, we're in the 290s. So you're dropping a significant amount of speed here to here. Geez, my blue sax is lagging. Yeah, like, you think you're dropping 70 speed in a matter of a few characters. And not that you don't want a fast Echo, but at 4.7 million GP, there's no way that your 377 Echo is making as much of a difference as, say, a 300 plus speed boss could make to your account. That would be my one criticism here. So I think, like, as cool as it is to have 377 up here, I think you could distribute that to some other characters and get a lot more out of them. That's just my personal opinion. And then your ships. Emperor Shuttle. I mean, these guys could use relics. Finish off Vulture Droid. Finish off Hyena Bomber. Come on, man. You know the drill. Because you've got Malevolence, so you're going that route. So we need to finish those things off as soon as you can. And then, yeah, because you have the full... Because that's what's... it's interesting. You have the full Galactic Republic fleet at relic levels. Okay, and you do have Negotiator. Okay, gosh, so you did go Negotiator first. Executor coming around this month. Yeah, I knew you were close to getting Executor, so I wasn't too concerned about it. Yeah, man. I mean, this is, you know the drill. This is really solid. I think Jedi Knight Luke is definitely your play going forward. Get your Hermit Yoda. I think that can really that'll make a good big difference to even just like some of your other stuff. And how close are you to... That's what I was thinking too, Charlie. How close are you to Star Killer? Because with your, like, that would be another thing that you could think about is somebody like Star Killer, just kind of boost your GAC a little bit. Because you have Mara Jade, got the Omicron on her. So you could think about something like Star Killer for a little bit even. Because Talon can go with your Sith. Oh, I know. Do you want your milk? Do you want to try the milk, or are we still not convinced? I appreciate you guys putting up with the baby on the stream. I'm doing my best here. I know. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Wombat, I definitely think Jedi Luke. Let's go that route and maybe think about Star Killer in the future after that. Just kind of build something to boost solely your GAC. Charlie likes Star Killer. Charlie loves whatever I tell her to love. Right? Say, fly, Eagles fly, too, and go Buckeyes, right? You know the drill. Jeez. Going after daddy. All right. Yeah, Wombat, good stuff, man. We're gonna move up to, we're gonna go back up here. Let's see how far we are up. All right. Hand back in the mouth, Char. Okay, that one. All right, we've got Swept Yeti up next. Only thing that really changed was Wampa and Rex. All right, let's see what you got, Swept. Let's see what we got in here, Swept Yeti. Going all the way back down here. Let's see. So, you said Rex. So you got Wampa, Omicron. That's solid. That's a good Omicron. So, let's see. You said Rex. Which Rex? Okay, Captain Rex is level 85. So, I mean, Vader at Relic 6 is good. So, are we... This is a... I'm just thinking... This is an Executor account, then, because I see Boba Fett, Bosk. Do we have Beskar Armor Mando yet? Goodness, Char. So no Bando quite yet, but looks like we've got Queel and IG-11, so you're just kind of waiting on gear for those guys, which isn't the worst thing in the world for where you're at. Because we still got a ways to go there. Ships-wise, Houndstooth is closing in. Slave 1, we're getting there. IG and Xanadu Blood need a lot of work, and so does Imperial TIE Bomber. So you got a lot of work cut out for you. I would definitely just start focusing on those Executor ships. Swept. I think we gotta kind of just keep kind of your eyes on the prize there. Get those things up and running. Otherwise, I mean, I don't hate the distribution of some of these ship shards. Like, I think you've made good decisions as far as where to invest and where not to. Whoops. Watch out, Char. Can't drop this. It's Daddy's phone. Poggle Ami. I don't hate the Poggle Ami. I think that's a solid one. Oh, no, Zoran. I am, like, way above where the donations came in. This is, like, scrolling up to the top. It's first come, first serve. Otherwise, donos skip that line, along with channel members. Swept Yeti was, jeez, way up at the top. But yeah, dude, I really like the distribution of gear. Back to Swept Yeti here. So yeah, let's focus Executor, start honing in on that gear, on the characters we're going to need for that between Bounty Hunters and focusing on getting Beskar Armor Mando up and at least get him unlocked. You don't need to worry about gearing him quite yet, just get him unlocked. Make sure you're farming all your Bounty Hunter ships and the Imperial TIE Bomber as much as you can. I'd say you always want to save a fair amount of your fleet currency for the Razor Crest. Jeez, Char. Looking at just... My goodness, dude. My phone is getting abused. Zetas... Merciless Massacre, good work. There goes the phone. Yeah, I don't hate the mod set on Vader. Crit damage. So yeah, Swept, I think keep going on Executor. And don't spend too much gear where you won't need it. I know, Charlie. I know. Do you want... Can we try some... Do you want this? Do you want it? Or do we just want to play with it? What do we want, girlfriend? Yeah, no escape on Vader and from this one demanding whatever she wants when she wants it. Han's mods, you think they suck? Let's see. Health, yeah, I'd want offense down here. Yeah, we want offense. Crit damage, this is a great... Actually, no, this is really good right here. Potency, crit chance, speed, and offense on this modder. All three of those... All of those stats are good for Han because he has this chance to remove turn meter, so that can help. This one's okay. I'm not a huge fan of crit damage mods without offense percent. I do have some like that, but I try to avoid them when I can. This one's decent. Protection percent, offense, potency, speed. That's worth investing more into. This one's definitely trash. There's no speed on that, so I'd get rid of that when you can. Speed, I mean, that's a good one. So yeah, I'd say... If we can replace this one and then look for a viable replacement here. But I'd say some of these are pretty good. Like, this is really good. That's a fantastic mod. It's a very, very good mod. And I'll look at, let's go to Commander Luke's mod, see what we got rocking here. Tenacity. Love the tenacity. Protection, I get it, not the biggest fan, but it works. You don't talk about the square. This is pretty good. That's actually decent stats overall. The crit chance won't help as much with Chupio, but the potency and tenacity are good. And that's not horrible. Yeah, Noah, that's a really good point. Swept, what you'll end up doing, stick this on a pilot that you just, like, don't care about eventually, and it will, like... It'll help you. Like your Geonosians, that garbage Geonosian soldiers, somebody like that. You could throw that mod on him at some point, because he's got 9 speed on that. But you could throw that mod on him at some point, and it'll help boost his ship, and he's a character that, like, after a while just doesn't matter anymore. Alright, so now we're going to go back up here. Kumi-chan, I just see this. I see your comment here. Do you guys know where I can find counters for specific teams? because Conquest Imperial Troopers railed me. Yeah, dude, listen. Conquest Imperial Troopers are a whole different animal. There's no good counters for what's in Conquest because it's just such a, like, because of all the different modifiers and the over-prepared garbage. It's almost, like, Imperial Troopers are in my opinion, one of the toughest Conquest teams. Because, like, they could beat your Galactic Legends if they can gain turn meter. It's horrible. So we're going to keep moving on down the list. I see, believe this is Jude Bricks here. And Jude, I'm pretty sure I see you in chat. There we go. Copy this. Paste it in. There you go, Char. I hope you guys appreciate how hard this is to do all one-handed. So, you've got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Relic 8. You do have Executor at 4 stars, Malevolence, both of those ships, okay. Alright, TIE Dagger, 4 star, not bad. So, here's going to be my big complaint first. You have the Malevolence, but you don't have Vulture Droid, or you have Vulture Droid, but you don't have Hyena Bomber. So, you really want to get Hyena Bomber when you can. That's one of the most important things. Get Hyena Bomber. Like, this is, if you're going for Malevolence first, you can't afford to forget Hyena Bomber. It's too important to your fleet. Now to characters. Okay, so here, just a couple things. So I see, like, Relic 7 on Jolie, that's just, I don't know, that's excessive. Especially, like, you've got a lot of, I don't want to say excessive relics, like, this will come back to help you. This will come to help you. That's fine. Like, this, like, it's not like they're horrible characters, but, like, just for perspective, I'm 9.4 million, and my Nihilist, Savage, and Traya are all Relic 3 and do very, very well. Extra gear on, like, First Order TIE Pilot, I'm not a big fan of. I don't think you necessarily needed that. Otherwise, you've kind of got your Rebel team built nicely. That CLS team, I love that. So let me ask you something, Jude. What's the plan? Like, what's your thought process next? Because you're at that point of, you're kind of between farms now, right? You've got Kylo, you've got Executor. You could make a really solid case for, like, I mean, Jedi Knight Luke works really, really well. I would honestly, I'd make sure you try and get Malak to relics if you can. I think he's, like, him at relic levels just makes a huge difference to so many accounts. Ooh, you have Dash at 7 stars. You have Kyle at 7 star. Okay, so priority, get Malak, and then you could make a really good run for Star Killer. Because you're that, like, you are so close to Star Killer. You had Kyle, you had Dash, you have Talon. Couple Relic 5s get you Star Killer. And from an Old Republic. If you, so here'd be a really good one. I would argue for you that you get Starkiller and then maybe put the Juhani Omicron on for Territory Wars too. I think that could be a really solid play for where you're at and like what's having those 3 characters at 7 stars means you've done the work in Cantina, you've done all the hard stuff, and you could then work on getting relic levels while figuring out what characters you want to farm on hard nodes next. But I think Starkiller's your play. I think that is a really... Starkiller's something I really recommend for a lot of accounts because he's amazing in GAC. And with Juhani, even more amazing. And I think he's actually more ridiculous in Territory Wars than he is in GAC with the Juhani Kron, because the Juhani Kron is just absolutely absurd. Even after you kill some of the other characters, they're still like a massive force to be reckoned with. Angel, is Mara Jade Omicron necessary if you have Juhani's one? No, it's not. So Mara's Omicron with Juhani just makes that team basically like you need to use basically like you're gonna have to use a Galactic Legend or maybe like another like some non-GL team, but it's really difficult. So Relic Scion. Okay. Wampa, yes. Starkiller, Jedi Knight Luke, into the 3 GLs. What about Phoenix? It's tough. So here's what's tough about like me saying, hey, go for Phoenix. It really depends on how committed you are to them in your roster. I think if you put like Gear 12 on all of them, I wouldn't hate it. I don't know that I would necessarily be relicking them right now. I don't know that I'd be relicking them right now, only because if Rex, I don't know. I don't know that I'd be relicking them right now because they, outside of Rex, they don't help you get anything, right? Like outside of Thrawn, who you already have, they're not going to get you anything. So it's difficult for me to recommend, hey, yeah, go build up this entire team that, you know, get them to relics and everything when you could get someone like Starkiller. As good as, and this thing is, this team is so good, but I don't know that, you know, it's really, if you do them, you're just going to have to be committed to having the kind of mods and everything else on them to beat these teams that guys like Arnold is showcasing. So that would be that's the, like, if you want to build your Phoenix, you've got to go all in, invest in everything for them. Otherwise, you're doing yourself a disservice. But yeah, I think Starkiller would be a really good kind of next project because you just need a lot of... Can't Phoenix technically do 2 different assault battles? Yes. They can do Rebels and they can do that stupid one against like Darth Sidious that the Night Sisters are in. So they can do 2 assault battles. But again, remember, that's a bonus. That is not a reason, like, do not justify building them for the sake of the assault battle. That is a very silly reason to do that. You know, the assault battle is like a, hey, good job, you did all this, now you can do it. Instead of like, oh yeah, this is important because you can get to the assault battle. Like, that's not what I would recommend. So, yeah. I think that's the review there. JML Jabba or Leia first? I mean, you're gonna have Rex done. Depends really. You're a million miles away there. Get your JKL first. So here, Jude, I think you're far enough away that you just need to get JKL, and then worry about from there where you can move next. I wouldn't be honing in on one GL over the other when you still have when you still have Jedi Knight Luke to finish off. You know, farm the remaining characters you need for Jedi Knight Luke, get Jedi Knight Luke, and then kind of see where we need to go from there. Because you are going to have Captain Rex, which will be good, but you still need 3 other characters plus Coors Light Leia. All right, we're going to go back up here to, we got that. This, we got Minty, okay. And then I see, is playlist still in the chat? Is playlist still in chat? And make sure he's still here before we, Playlist, are we in the chat here? I love this debate going on in chat between what Omicron is the greatest. We all know what Omicron's the greatest in this game. You guys all know what that answer is. Do we have our buddy playlist? I know he said he was looking for some advice. I'm going to give him another minute here before we move on to the next one. Yeah, Charlie, we'll wait here. Hold on. Yeah, exactly. Wampa's a different breed. It's not fair. That's why they didn't make him a galactic legend. It just wouldn't be fair. I mean, so Territory Wars and GAC, it is very different to rank them. GAC is a lot more individual. But I think Territory Wars, the one thing you're going to have to remember is if your guild isn't winning Territory Wars, you're missing out on Relic 8 and Relic 9, you know, getting a lot of Relic 8 and Relic 9 material. So one could make an argument that if you want to save on your guild currency, getting those Territory War Omicrons is going to be far better. There you go, kiddo. See? You're like piecemealing this feeding. A little bit at a time. All right, playlist. If you end up coming back into the chat playlist, you were here early on, we can move on. But we've got to scroll back down here to who can we get now? I've lost all the chat. Okay. I got Ty Star. Ty Star, are we still in the chat? Is Ty Star still in chat? Ty Star, are we still in here, buddy? Otherwise, we're going to keep moving on. There he is. All right, Ty Star's in the chat. Let's go, my man. Let's do it. Jedi Master Kenobi, 7-star Executor. Okay, 7.4 million. Let's go to the ships. So we have Executor. Okay. Malevolence Negotiator. Okay. So I saw the ships. I have my comments ready for that. Okay, so you've got Jedi Master Kenobi. You've got Kylo. You've got Sith Eternal. You have Inquisitor at Relic 7. We did throw an Omicron on him for some reason. So you are Reva ready. That's solid for 7.4. That's what you want. Okay. Relic 8 on Jedi Knight Revan. I'm not a fan. I'm not going to lie. Not a fan of that. I think that's more of a waste. Especially when you've got ships ready for Leviathan and stuff. But okay, so Relic 7 C-3PO. And I know I saw Relic 8 Han. So, and Fennec. So you've got to be close to Jabba then. Yeah, so you're closing in on Jabba. So closing in on Jabba the Hutt here. That's solid. And you've got Embo's Omicron already, which is good. That's really solid. Okay, let's see what... Do you have the rest of the stuff ready? So you've got Aura Singh and Fennec done. Yeah, working on Jabba now. Yep, okay. So then, if we go back out... Yeah, the Amis can go on as special and still work with Reva, but like I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. It's just the way I am. I'm just not a fan of them. I think there's better Omicrons. She's already so ridiculous anyway. So then after Jabba, I mean, you're going to be set up really nicely after Jabba to be able to go for Leia, because you'll have Jedi Knight Luke and all those wrecks. You'll have Coors Light Leia. Let's see where your rebels are at. See if there's anything else that kind of sticks out to me. The Tristan Kelly, not a fan of the Relic 8 on Jedi Knight Revan. What if you wouldn't be getting Reva for a while, though? I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. Like, it's not like... If you get Grand Inquisitor early enough where you're going to be using him for a while... Oh, some of your tunes are Rise of the Empire operations. Okay, respect. Okay. So here's the one thing. So here's a critique, but like, you've got Rebel Officer Leia Organa with the Omicron, but she's only Relic 3, so you can't even use her in Rise of the Empire. And if you did get her to Relic 5, which you need for Leia, you can only use her Phase 1. Otherwise, you're actually pretty... I mean, you've got stuff to start someone like Leia, which is good. How do your Imperial troopers look? So, you have really good Imperial troopers. Yeah, those are really solid Imperial troopers. But didn't do Scout... Do you at least have Scout Trooper? Like, you just not activate him? Because, like, Scout Trooper would be solid in that squad. Did Rolo before the... Yeah, the Geo days. Yeah, that's... It, so, it was funny. The one reason I never did Territory Battle Omicrons was because I never had enough issues. Why don't you like GI Special Omicron? I just think there's better Omicrons in the game. And again, it's a Territory War one, so we all know how I feel about Territory War Omicrons. But, yeah, dude, so if you have it, I would argue to activate Scout Trooper. Because, like, your Iden team isn't at Relic levels, so you're not hurting yourself with Datacrons. And I think Scout will be really, really good in that team. Like, I think he could be really good with the team that you would end up using with Iden. Definitely, like, yeah, you're gonna... If you get Jabba, I'll say this, you're gonna get Jabba, you make the decision, Jedi Master Luke or Leia, depending on which one you really want more. Because I think a lot of it's going to depend on how soon you get Jabba. Like, you're going to have to weigh your decision that if you don't get Leia in time for the raid, do you still want her over Jedi Master Luke? So that's the question you're going to have to answer then. Now let's look at speeds real quick. .335, okay. That's solid speed. Solid speed. Okay, are we done with that? Where'd your nunny go? Where did your nunny go? I know you dropped it somewhere. There it is. Yeah, so if you won't have her in time for the raid, then you can kind of make that decision on how well her rewards are in Endor Escalation compared to how much more quickly you could unlock Jedi Master Luke. You have your second wind. You were napping there for a while. Because I'm just, like, if I go to your Jedi here for a second. Like, you've got JKL. Old Ben's at least unlocked. And so you've got Hermit Yoda at least you've got him at Relic 5, so you've got him at where you need him. Yeah, I would honestly tell you, I think if you're not going to get Leia in time, depending on what her rewards are, you could get Jedi Master Luke pretty quickly if you start, because you've got Mothma, right? So she's done. Like, you just need gear. You don't need a ton more gear, and a lot of that gear will end up leading you into Leia then. So you could do Jabba, JML, Leia right in a row, and you'll be in pretty good shape. Also doing Jabba, Leia, JML, and, same thing. So that's kind of up to you on the order, but those would be the three that I would do based on the GLs that you have right now, where your roster is, and what I think would be reasonable in that time. Because, like, you need so much Kyra. You do have the Bad Batch, but you need so much Kyra Tech there. And if I go to your Empire just to see how close you'd be to Lord Vader, I mean, you wouldn't be horribly far from Lord Vader. But, so that could be, again, just another option for you. JML after Jabba was the plan. Yeah, I think that's solid. Yeah. Yeah, it's great against Jedi, but are you only going to ever use him against Jedi? How often is Jedi Master... I never see Jedi Master Luke on defense anymore. So, that's... Again, I'm just being... Like, I hate to be that guy, but, like, I don't see Jedi Master Luke on defense. I don't see Jedi teams on defense anymore. Ow, Charlie. Alright, we're going to move on to the next roster up here. Jeez. Alright, so I see Sean Liu is the next one that I see. I do apologize if guys' ally codes are getting cut off. It's just the way that these things work around here. So Sean, are you in chat? Ouch. That's my ear, Charlie. What are you thinking? Huh? What are you thinking? We got Sean Liu in chat still. Gonna give Sean a minute here to respond before we move on to the next person. Gotta keep these things rolling along in here. You gotta stick in the chat. You gotta sacrifice. So you got to sacrifice, right, Charlie? Why are you eating the table? And why'd you throw your nunny yet again? Is Kanan Zeta worth doing? Honestly, I have no idea what Kanan Zeta does. I've never actually read. If I've read that Zeta, I don't know what it is. I'm sure in the current state of the game, it's probably half decent now. Probably say something like that. That I'm sure at the stage in the game we're at now, it's probably half decent. All right, let's keep going. All right, so Sean's not responding. So we're going to keep going here. Part-time Hazard, are you in the chat? I see Part-time Hazard. Part-time, are you in the chat? Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Ouch. Ouch. Give me 1 sec. Let me get her nunny again. Can you not throw it this time, beautiful? Can we not throw the nunny? That would be really nice if you could just, like, not throw it. I'd appreciate that. Noah, I'm not sure where yours was, man. I gotta be honest. I'm not sure. I've lost a bunch of them at the top there. Let's see. If I scroll up. I might have lost some ally codes here. Ow! Is there a list? Ow. Ow, Charlie. Ow. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Okay, so I do see Kurzawik's channel member putting in an ally code, so we're gonna grab this. Let's grab that. Let's take a look here. All right, so he's got Ray. We've got Executor. 5.4 million, that's solid. Ow. So, looking through here. We have Malevolence. Okay, so this is again another one where we've got the Malevolence, but you don't have Vulture Droid or Hyena Bomber, so you really want to get that going because those are like easy wins. Same here with like BY, like this Y-wing here. Those ships are so important. You don't even need to gear pilots for them. That's what makes them so good. Is you don't need to gear pilots. So let's get some of those unpiloted ships. I'm gonna make a video about how ridiculous that is. Relic 9 on Rey is nuts, and she's modded with offense. That's a solid mod. Holy crap, that's solid. That one's okay. That one's pretty good too. See this. So this is the one thing that I'll show you here. So 8% offense with 6% health, compared to 16% health with 6% offense. So that's why I like offense percent as a secondary, because you can get super close to 8% as a secondary, but you can't get near the, 20, the 16% health as a secondary. That's solid. I'd like health percent on here if you could, but the offense is good. That's good. This is good, and yeah, I mean, those are all really good mods for Ray. So high offense Ray with a good amount of health too is a scary, scary Ray to face. Particularly if you're loading up Ben Solo in there, triple Omicrons. Love to see that. Do you have... You do have the Zori Omicron. Okay, that's good. I'd be farming her. She's worth farming. You've got these guys. Farm Zori up. Get her to 7 stars. I would 100% be doing that. Jedi Master Kenobi. Gosh, Charlie. Killing me. Do you have... You don't have Commander Tano. You've got to get Commander Tano. You really need to get Commander Tano. Yeah, you need Commander Tano for this Kenobi, because otherwise this is just General Skywalker food if it's on defense. And that's not a trade that you want to be making. So I would prioritize getting Commander Tano. Not a huge fan of the Relic or Omicron on Lumi. I'm not sold on that one yet. So you've gone heavy light side, and then it looks like I think you did have Executor, so that was good. So I did see that you started a Relic 8 on Malak. Is the Relic 8 on Malak for like Rise of the Empire operations? Because I wouldn't be planning on you getting Leviathan. Okay, yeah, that's good, yeah. Okay, ROT Ops was the right answer. That was the right answer. Okay. So now we're getting into the whole... You've got nothing ready to go. Not that that's a bad thing. You've got nothing ready to go next, which means you're gonna hear my favorite thing to say: go get Jedi Knight Luke. Just go get Jedi Knight Luke. Let's get him out of the way. Get that team up and running. Like it's gonna lead you into whether you could try and do. Oh my gosh! Ow! Like Hut Cartel or something, because you're gonna have a really heavy light side roster. But I don't think there's any way around it right now. Because you're not near any of the other GLs. So, I would say, if you want to be smart, you go Jedi Knight Luke, and then you can build what you want from there. But I don't think you're close enough to anything else that it's worth trying to go there instead of one of the next 3 GLs, even if it's just going crazy heavy light side. Which isn't... of the GLs to have on the light side, Rey, Kenobi with Ben, and Commander Tano are going to be miserable for people to face. So I'd say that's good. You need to get more Datacrons. But yeah, I don't hate this Kruzawix. I don't hate this. I think this is good. I like the Rey mods a lot, actually. I really did like them. Kenobi, offense, crit damage, health. Okay, yeah. Not not the fastest Kenobi, not the slowest I've seen. Could use some better secondary stats, but it looks like we kind of went all in for Rey's secondary, so it's not the, I mean, not the worst thing. Rey's definitely a scarier Galactic Legend on defense right now. But good stuff, man. Seriously, that's good. All right, we're going to move into I think we started a new list for roster reviews. So hopefully someone's actually going to keep track of it this time. So we've got LKZB. Whatever, however you say that, man. I'm going to butcher it. All right, let's see here. So you're rushing Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Okay. Playlist, drop the code again. I'll give it to you. You got to drop the code. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is you get your Kylo. You just got to finish Kylo. This is kind of like an easy one. You just got to get Kylo. I mean, you can get Huckster Relic 6, but I don't know that that's really worth it. Like, I wouldn't really worry about getting Huckster Relic 6. I think Relic 5 is perfectly fine because, like, if you're trying to think of countering Executor, I'm going to stop everybody right there and say there's no shuttle on here. So, like, go get your shuttle. It's really, this is a huge pet peeve of mine right now. So many players who went and got Kylo never went and got shuttle. Yeah, but see, Tico, he can outspeed Executor, but he doesn't have the shuttle to actually make that counter work, so it doesn't matter. Like, that's what kills me, is when we talk about stuff like that, you need to get the shuttle. You can't, if you're, like, this is where when you're getting a Galactic Legend, you've got to go all in on them. Make sure that if you're going to build that fleet, you've got to pretend that shuttle's a part of that team. Yeah, and like you're farming the finalizer too, so you don't even have like the ship yet to do it. So make sure you're prioritizing getting your finalizer, because you got a lot of work to do to get finalizer. So make sure we get that done. That is priority. That's more so priority than getting some of these relics. It's just get your finalizer, because you don't want to be waiting around for it. Yeah, I call it Echelon. I just call it the shuttle. Echelon shuttle. I don't know. I get to call it what I want. So yeah, otherwise, don't throw any more relics or gear on anyone else. Everything just needs to be going into your first order. Anything not going into first order at this point is just going to be a waste. So just get everything into first order. And then, because if you get to the point where, hey, you've got your first order relic, don't start relicking other characters. Save it for Kylo. Don't be that guy who unlocks Supreme Leader Kylo Ren at Gear 8 and can't take him further. So, yeah, just get your Kylo. I think that's going to be your best. I kind of exited out of it here, but that's going to be your best thing that you can do. You don't have enough of anything else right now to make that work. Yeah, like that's the problem. Like this, you'd have another first order character done if you weren't doing this. So that's the way to think of it. There's your Captain Phasma relics if you didn't do this. So you guys wonder, like, guys think I'm crazy, but there's a method to the madness, and that's part of it. So yeah, man, just finish Kylo, focus everything you have onto finalizer. Charlie girl. Alright, playlist, let's get you back in here. Okay, so got Executor and Negotiator. Alright, so farm the Y-Wing. Farm the Y-Wing. You got to get that Y-Wing. If you're getting the Negotiator, you need to have that Y-Wing done. That thing should be done. See, like, you're farming a Hyena, but you need to finish your Y-Wing for your current Negotiator farm. Like, you don't even have Malevolence yet. So make sure you finish this puppy off first. Next event is... next event, you get Executor 7-star. That's good. Yeah, El Chaos. The thing was, like, it was fast, but, like, yours was easy. There wasn't a lot to unpack there. You just have to get Kylo. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing else to do there. Okay, so you have the CLS team, Traya, Ami, Wampa, 3PO, and Chewie. So you have a lot of relics on here. Yeah, so I mean, after you get... So I guess my question would be, you know, playlist... After you, so you're getting Executor, what are you thinking next? Because you've got, like, I think Jedi Knight Luke is where I would end up at. You've got this team going. Lando. I think that's what makes a lot of sense to me would be, like, JKL from here. Because it just, I don't think you're close to anything else that JKL and JML, yeah. I think that's the play. Take advantage of your bonus drops of Coors Light Leia right now. And as you start completing some of these farms, start farming other characters, whether they're for Jabba or, you know, Leia. But start kind of thinking of that next big thing that you want to do. Because at 3.6 million, you've kind of got a bunch of what... You know, people call core teams, backbone teams, whatever you want, whatever terminology you want to use. You've got these things built, so time to start building that height, as I like to call it. Yeah, Justin's right. You want to focus on your GL requirements right now. So with your Negotiator, get your Y-Wing, then get your Malevolence, make sure you get your crewless ships. And then otherwise, I wouldn't throw any other gear on your Gear 12 characters that aren't for Jedi Knight Luke. And I think you'll be really, really solid there. But yeah, I mean, this is really, really good stuff, man. I really like this. I think you've put gear on, like, even like your characters for, like, the, you know, Malik event, like, all that. It's good stuff. So yeah, get Jedi Knight Luke next. Yeah, crewless ships are one of the most important things that players miss is how good they are. Gosh, my BlueStacks is like so, I don't know if it's freezing up or whatever. So I'm gonna bomb BlueStacks here real quick. Get back into it. And we had Anthony Bergman joining the council membership. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate your support. If you want a roster review, Anthony, make sure you drop your ally code. We've got a little list here going. So I see Tico. Gotta claim my very important Lobot shards. I know, Charlie girl. I know. You should just fall asleep on Daddy while he's talking. Just let my voice soothe you to sleep, girlfriend. Alright, so we've got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. 3.5. Interesting. So you got Finalizer the hard way. Okay. finish this ship, finish all your First Order ships. You've got to finish those things. Like, you've got to finish some of these ships, because you went... So you... I don't want to say whaled. You could have crystal whaled, but you got finalizer the hard way. You didn't get it You didn't actually earn it through your ships. You bought the shards, whether with crystals. Which is fine. Star Killer's really good. You have Darth Revan at gear 12. So do you have... What does the rest of your Sith Empire look like? Did you get Malak? Okay, so you're not close to Malak yet, or you're not able to get Malak yet. Okay, yeah. So you went and got your like Darth Revan, but you didn't worry about like the Old Republic for Jedi Knight Revan yet. Okay. All right. So Jedi Knight Revan could be an easy win for you. And then I'm just looking around here. So Commander Luke. So I think Jedi Knight Revan is... Jedi Knight Revan is a really easy win for this account because he's just going to be like... It's pretty easy to farm the rest of that up. And it doesn't take a lot of gear to do that event. And you don't even necessarily need to go for Malak right away if you just work on them like slowly at a time. But you're making really good progress on Chewie and Han. And you have Commander Luke at Relics already, which is good. And Old Ben is Relic 5, which is brilliant for Jedi Master Luke. So, not yet. CLS Squad, Imperial Troopers, Jedi Knight Revan on the way before finishing Clones, then General Skywalker Phase 4. Okay, so you've got your plan laid out for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue with your plan because I think you're, like, half of it is just, you know, having a plan. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm not gonna fault you. I think once you would get your General Skywalker, I think it's time that we start thinking about, you know, the next Galactic Legend. At 3.5 with what you have is good. But we could also maybe throw in an Executor in here. Be the other thing to think about is getting Executor. Yeah, we definitely want to get Executor. That could be where the relics really need to go, is get your Executor up and running, because that's just an important, you know, for so many aspects of the game. Because I think like in the ground, people are gonna lose to your stuff, but if they have Executor, they're gonna be able to set their Executor, and then if they can clear your teams, it won't matter. It's okay, Charlie. You just go to sleep. You're close to Jedi Master Kenobi, and I don't want to completely burst your bubble, but you're not close to Kenobi. Let's just, so you need Relic 8 here, Relic 7, Relic 8, Relic 3, Relic 5, Relic 5, Relic 3, Relic 3, Relic 7, Relic 7, Relic 7, Relic 5, and Relic 5. So you've got a long way to go to get Kenobi. You got a long way to go to get Kenobi. Unless you have shards hidden somewhere and you're just not leveling up these characters, not starring these characters, you got a long way to go to get Kenobi. I think Kenobi's a bit of a reach for you at this moment. So, yeah, I would stick your course of, your farming plan and then start thinking about that next Galactic Legend, probably between Leia, Jabba, and Jedi Master Luke. That would be my assumption. I don't know that. I just don't think Kenobi offers enough to most accounts right now. I don't think Kenobi offers enough comparative to what Jabba, Jedi Master Luke, and Leia are going to be able to offer you, because Kenobi's not that great in PvE content, particularly in like Rise of the Empire. I don't get nearly as much use out of my Kenobi as I do JML and Jedi Knight Luke. So yeah, man, I would just keep following your plan, and then aim for one of the big GLs coming up. So that's the review there. All right, we're gonna move on to Jaws Rich. Oop, misclick there. Okay, let's copy that. Let's paste it. All right, we got Jaws Rich. All right, let's see. So, Jedi Master Luke is done. That's brilliant for what I've been telling everybody to get today. So you're going for Leia next. So we're going for Leia next because you got R2 at Relic 8, Commander Luke at Relic 7, 3PO and Chewie Relic 7. All right, Sana, nice. So, yeah, this is for 6.4 million. You've got some pretty niche stuff in here with the Sana squad there. Akbar relics, Wicket. So you're getting pretty close to having Leia. So you need like the new accounts. You need like the new characters. That's going to be the biggest thing. Then let's see. So yeah, get Leia. That's going to be the next big thing I'm going to tell you to do, is get Leia. So make sure that you're grabbing your Coors Light Leia shards this week. Let's get that going. And then you have JML already, so I mean, you're definitely a long way off from the majority of the Hutt cartel, it looks like. So you could think about Hutt cartel after Leia if you'd like, Joss Rich. The other thing I could recommend would be, so you do have Sana. How does your BT1 trip? So yeah, Josh Rich, the other thing I would tell you is you're not horribly far from being able to get Dr. Aphra. You've got both your murder droids to 7-star, Sana's Relic 5, and, you know, you go get Hondo. I think that could really, really do you wonders. That, you know, go get, I mean, Leia first, but Hondo would be a really solid thing to get after Leia. Because you're close enough to doing it, like, close enough that that's going to make a significant difference to what your account's going to be able to do. Because you put Hondo with your dash and you're just going to destroy people. So I think that would be a really solid plan for you. Because it's a quick, easy win, right? I think that'd be the good thing for you. It's going to be a quick, easy win. You can move, and then you can kind of move on with your life. I actually kind of like the Sonicron. That's a very good data. That's a very good Omicron. Otherwise, let's go to your ships. Looks like you have Profundity. Profundity, just slow farm it. Don't worry about trying to rush that thing to 7 stars. No need to do that. So farm the Sith ships. Let's get those guys going. This is hilarious, man. I mean, I'm not making fun of you. Like, this is exactly what I would expect accounts to look like right now, where Like something in Fleet Arena or like Fleet Nodes is 7-star and something in the Cantina isn't. Like that is exactly like the state of this game right now. Otherwise, I think you've like ships wise, you're doing really good. Like finish off some of these newer ships. Maybe eventually let's get Kylo's ship to 7-star, right? We gotta bite that bullet eventually. And then otherwise, yeah, just finish off these guys. And then look at your mods. Pick give me a character to look at. Give me a character to look at your mods. Give me like a character that you'd like me to take a look at and see which one you want me to critique. Yeah, Charlie, your eyes are getting so heavy, girlfriend. They're getting so heavy. Just close them. Just give in. Just give in. Yeah, like give me Josh Rich, give me what's a character you want modding advice on? I can see what I can come up with here. I don't know how many of you are parents, but she has her like she's doing her everything she can to stay awake. Jedi Knight Luke and Starkiller. Okay, where's Starkiller at? Offense, okay. Offensive health percent is good. Health percent, offense is good. A lot of protection there too, which is nice. Offense, okay. Health percent. Offense, speed, okay. Yeah, so they're not like they're pretty decent, man. You've got the right stats. I'd maybe try to get a little bit more health if you could. But offense and health are the way to go there. Offense and health are the way to go. And then you said Jedi Knight Luke. That's a very good mod. Lot of crit chance, but still a good mod. That's solid. That's very good. That's pretty good. That's a solid mod. Yeah, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good mods. Crit damage or offense both work. It really depends on what you're using them to counter. But yeah, those are both solid mod sets, particularly for 6.4 million on characters like that. That's solid, Josh Rich. Yeah, I definitely would say that's solid. All right, let's keep going up here. Go back to the list. I know the list is in here somewhere. All right, we got Glub here next. Wombat, did you take these down just in case we lose them? I want to make sure somebody has these somewhere because I can't keep track of them all. I'm unfortunately not that talented, much to everybody's surprise. All right, so next we have Glub here. 4 million Executor. Okay. A lot of extra relic levels on your pilots here. Finishing gas, Padme clones. Then idea is Traya Trio plus Savage and a Dark Trooper then Star Killer. Inquisitors are needed for platoon, so that is something to consider too. Let's see. So how far? Okay, finishing off these guys. Then you said Padme. Yeah, so Padme maybe just stick to Relic 3. I wouldn't go crazy on her. I would definitely just equip this gear piece. If you're that close to Shock T at Relics, I'd just equip it and bite that bullet. She's solid Jedi character. Because you have Jedi Master Luke, so getting Shock T is going to help. Getting Big Shock will help that team. And then you said Traya Trio. So you have Traya already. So which part of the trio do you need? Okay, so Nihilus. Yeah, so I'd maybe say do a bunch of Relic 3s. You could maybe make Savage like a Relic 5 if you wanted to. Then you said Dark Trooper. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate any of the stuff you're doing. You're kind of just building up some of these side teams, you know, some of your core teams. And then you said Star Killer. So the only thing I'll say with Star Killer is, you know, you're going to have to be pretty prepared to have no signal data for a while because of the 3 Cantina farms with Star Killer, because you haven't started them yet. Because the other thing you can think about is you have your Jedi Knight Luke. Do you go for Leia? Do you go for Jabba? Something like that. Those would be the other options you would have. Kind of skipping that, you know, you could try kind of keep your Traya Trio as is. Maybe do like Savage, because you're only 4 million, so it's not like you need to have crazy relics on everything yet. Gobo, I see this. How long have you played the game? On and off, man, since I've downloaded it at launch, took time off, came back, played this game. I don't know. It's going to be, what, 8 years that it's been out. I've played about 5 of them, 5 total. Been going for over 3 now, right? April, or all of 2020, or 2020 to 2021. Yeah, like, been back for a while. Yeah, you did a lot of extra relic levels on your Executor stuff. I don't hate it, but you definitely didn't necessarily need it. Yeah, like, you could do these guys slow. You could do these things slow, because it is a lot of Kyrotex. And if your guild's not making a rush for it, I wouldn't rush it yourself. Yeah, for your next GL, Leia or Jabba. I think Leia would make a lot of sense based on having JML already. But it's going to be, I think a lot of it will just be how committed you are to getting the rest of the requirements done. I do love getting Jedi Master Luke early. I think that's such a great play, because you probably crush Conquest. Yeah, man, I like this. I like this a lot. Let's go to, I think I took a look at some of the ships in here. Any easy wins? Nothing real, no real easy wins. You got a lot of the low-hanging fruit. I'd just start wrapping up some of these ships that are on the fleet nodes. That'd be a big thing I'd start working on. Yeah, man, good stuff. Let's keep the list. We're gonna keep rolling on through here. Going back up to Noah home. Noah finally getting around. All right, Noah, what do we got, man? So, I didn't even look to check. Okay, so you have Executor before 2 million. Just started going for Jedi Knight Luke 2 days ago. Got Exec to 5 stars next week. Also, your mods are absolutely cheeks. Yeah, I mean, at 2 million, that's going to make sense. So you started Jedi Knight Luke. Okay. So when we say started, what does started mean? Commander Luke, Han, Chewie. Rolo. Okay. All right. So we definitely have a long way to go for Jedi Knight Luke, which is fine. So definitely put Chupio on your farming list. Captain Han going on there too somewhere. And supplement everything you can with other currencies. Try and get these guys done as fast as possible so you can move on to other things. Take advantage of all the Coors Light Leia shards you can this week. You'll really want that. Just, I think for the future, that's going to be huge. And you're working on your Ewoks for C-3PO. Yep, you've got the right Ewoks starring. You're starring the right Ewoks, which is good. I'd love to know once Nisa goes Relic how much easier she makes the C-3PO mission. Whiskey, how we doing, man? Yeah, so get your Ewoks. Then you get C-3PO. Even just if you have the credits, Noah, just get him to level 85. Just get him to level 85, get him to like gear 8, gear 9, and you'll see an improvement in your Commander Luke team. Especially getting C-3PO in there. Otherwise, yeah, just start working on relics. I think, you know, you've shown some good restraint with your relics. Like, I don't hate the Revan relics. I don't hate Beskar Armor Mando, Cad Bane. Like, those are really good decisions. And that's tough decisions to make at your GP when there's characters like Commander Luke that you didn't take to relics. So yeah, this is really, really good. I think you're going to be moving right along. And you unlocked our king. Okay, well, if you unlocked our king, then this needs to be level 85. Our king needs to be level 85 and slap that Omicron on him. Get him gear 12. It's going to be super easy for you to do that. Went out too far. Yeah, super easy to get him geared up. That's an easy GAC win for you all the time. That's a huge one. Otherwise, I would not expect you to have really good mods at this point in the game. I just don't think that would make a lot of sense. Like, 309 on Darth Revan at your GP is very, very respectable. Those are good. Yeah, I think those are, like, that's a respectable speed for a Darth Revan, especially at your galactic power. Bossk is a bit slow, but again, I think you've got your path in front of you in terms of like this mod can get replaced by something then. Yeah. Some of these are really good. The ones you've sliced up to here, like this is a very good mod. This is a very good mod. Like those are really solid. Yeah, I think these are solid. I think this is all solid stuff. Yeah, Malik, I'm not a fan of these mods. Like, he doesn't need offense. He doesn't really need... You don't really need defense because ferocity kind of takes that away. Yeah, I would say for Malik, you just want... Malik just go, like, a crazy amount of protection everywhere. Just make him as thick as humanly possible. And you can move those mods to characters who need to get faster. That'd be what I would do. Yeah, so keep going your current path, get your Jedi Knight Luke, and then we'll kind of worry about where to go from there. All right, next we have Mando. Oh, excuse me. I really need to get another drink. Do you need speed on GLs? Yes, you do. You 100% need speed on GLs. Speed is like one of the... There's only two Galactic Legends I'd say that you don't really want speed on. Or that you don't need it on, and that would be Rey and Sith Eternal. Every other GL, I'd say you kind of want some measure of speed on them. Because they gain so much from a speed set. Because of how high their base speed is. Alright, give me 1 second here, Mando. I will get back to your roster here. I'm just going to see if I can set Charlie down. All right. We've got Mando here. So, 5.1 million GP. We've got Kenobi. Got a lot of high relic levels here. Holy cow. Relic 8 Han. So, are we thinking of... Yeah, so you're about halfway done with Jabba. Then on the fence with either going Jedi Master Luke, Profundity, or Leia, trying to slide Starkiller in somewhere. Alright, well, let me tell you if I think Starkiller's a possibility for you. Okay, Talon is done. If you went for Starkiller, I'd tell you you have to go for Profundity. Because that would be the only reason you get Dash. But... But you also need Mon Moth. So I think... Oh, gosh. Yeah, the Cantina farms kill me. So finish your Jabba. What all do you have left for Jabba? So you need Scando, Greedo. These guys are trash, but you still need them. Okay, Fennec. Okay. So you're going to get Jabba. I think then... I'll say this. It's really going to depend on how much you want to torture yourself. I think Jedi Master Luke would be super quick for you. Just based on, like, what you've done already. But I think Leia would probably be more rewarding. With your account at 5 million GP, you're probably in a bit of a higher level guild where you know, where you might want to think about trying to score really well in this new raid, but also depending on what Leia's rewards are, if you're going to get Jabba, you might want to scoop up Leia's. You said you're not having any trouble in fleets right now, which is good. So if you want to make profundity a thing, it looks like you have all the ships to do that. So that's a solid sign. Yeah, I mean, I think you just finish off work on like some of these ships like Echelon, even like Kyle Katarn, like the Gauntlet Starfighter, some of those like random ships. I'd kind of finish these things off. Then, I mean, yeah, I think trying to fit profundity in somewhere might not be a horrible idea, because you're definitely going to start hitting that point where you might need both ships, and you're probably too far away from Fury class Interceptor and Malgus to make a solid like run at them. I wouldn't mind if you threw an Omicron on Treya here. You've got Savage. Even have Talon at 7 stars, which putting some gear on her in the Zeta will make this team significantly better. Because with Talon, it's just about her unique. So that could be a quick win. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't worry about them right now. Yeah, I think you get your Jabba, and I would then start heavily considering, yeah, the Jedi Master Luke, Leia, or Profundity. Good night, Wombat. I'd say my gut tells me that you should be probably farming. I think you'd go for, I think you just go for Jedi Master Luke, because you've got enough of those wrecks done. I think you just go for Jedi Master Luke, get the quick win, and then try to get Leia. I think that'll be better for you in the long run. That's what I would do. Yeah, get Jedi Master Luke, and then worry about the next thing. I think at your stage, I think Luke will help you more than anything else. Alright, guys. So, I'm going to do, let's just see here. I'm going to do one more review, and then I think I'm going to log off here. My wife just got home from her wedding, so I'm going to finish off this last ally code here. For Timothy. Are you still in chat, Timothy? So I'm going to finish off Timothy's. Is Timothy still in chat? Otherwise, I think we're going to call it here, guys. Just ready to kind of simmer down for the night. I did finally get started earlier, so that was a big help on stream. So, yeah, Timmy, are you going to... Timothy in chat? Alright, guys, I think I'm going to call it here then. I do appreciate everybody stopping by. You know, again, guys, if you are, you know, I know I didn't get to everybody, but it's kind of just the nature of the beast. So anytime these pop up, you know the drill. Yeah, Mando, you definitely had a tough one to think about. I think Jedi Master Luke's the play, though. I 1000% think that. Oh, Timothy did. He came in at the final hour. All right, Timothy came in at the final hour. Timothy, we're going to kick it off. We're going to finish with yours. Timothy came in at that final hour here, man. Good work, dude. Sometimes you just got to get right in there. All right. It's because his ally code starts with 777. He's just got some luck on his side tonight. All right. What does my shirt say? Where the... I got this when I was like a senior in high school. Where the... You know what is the finish line? Finishing Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's ultimate, getting Darth Revan team to 5, might keep Marauder 3, then Executor Savage to Relic 3, lastly Geos for Watt Shards. Alright, Timothy, don't bother anymore with your Geonosians. That is way too much gear to get Watt Tambor. Mine are all gear 12, and I can't tell you the last time I failed that mission. I wasn't even changing mods at the end, and I was doing just fine. So yeah, you don't need more gear than that. You should be able to auto the Watt Tambor mission with this kind of gear on Geonosians. And I'm assuming, yeah, like you've got 6. I was doing this with mods. Like I think my Geonosian Brood Alpha by the end was like 240 speed. It was miserable. So yeah, you've got plenty of gear on those guys to get Watt. No more investment there. No more. I'm cutting you off. You're cut off. Take whatever gear you're going to put it on there and finish off your Jedi Knight Rev and get him to relics. Same with Savage. Finish him to relic levels. So get those 2 to relics. Next. Alright, so you want to get your Darth Revan team to 5. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you're counting HK, I guess, inside of that. I would keep HK where he's at. If you're not going to take Sith Marauder to Relic 5, don't worry about taking HK beyond Relic 4. That just doesn't... The only reason you would keep them all at Relic 5 is for Datacrons, but to kind of take HK to Relic 5 and leave Sith Marauder at Relic 3, you're kind of, I won't say wasting relics, because they both need to be Relic 7 for Leviathan, but you're not getting any benefit there. You know, if your idea is I'm going to keep HK and Sith Marauder at lower gear and in 5v5 just not use as big of a Datacron, and then when it's 3v3 use a really good one, like that's makes more sense in my mind. Otherwise, yeah, get your Kylo ultimate. And then, yeah, you even have like the Treacron. Yeah. So get Darth Vader to relics. And we need this Zeta. You need the Merciless Massacre Zeta here, Timothy. That's like the most important Zeta. That is a far more important Zeta than Grandmaster Yoda or Mission. Gosh, yeah. We definitely need that Zeta. That is of utmost importance. And then I'm gonna break tradition. Normally I'm telling everybody to get Jedi Knight Luke. I'm gonna tell you to get Executor. You've got your bounty hunter ships because you have the finalizer. So like this is Houndstooth is done, Slave 1 is done, Xanadu Blood. Finish off your IG 2000, TIE Bomber, Imperial TIE, but I would get your Executor. I think Executor is way too important to skip. Oh, you trying to say hello?
I said nothing to see.
Yeah, they can see me. The camera's on.
I didn't.
Oh my goodness. If you have 160 Zetas, Timothy, like give Vader Merciless Massacre. Oh my goodness, yeah, give Vader Merciless Massacre. What are we doing? What are we doing? What did you do? Give Kylo... Kylo doesn't even have all of his Zetas. Give Kylo his last Zeta. This Galactic Legend Zeta is like one of the most important Zetas on him. That is like... Yeah, that is one of the most important Zetas on him. Otherwise... Definitely want to get some mods that have offense percent where you can. You want to ramp his offense as much as humanly possible. So, I mean, again, you're still you're still early enough where, like, I wouldn't expect you to have this maxed out Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. But definitely start looking for some mods that have offense percent on them. And start thinking about putting those on Kylo. And offense percent as a secondary stat. You still want to have, like, the health some places. But, like, these right here, the triangle, you can go crit damage or you can go offense. Either one works. Down here, this has to be offense. Up here, speed can be okay with offense percent, but I went offense percent with speed, personally. This one has to be offense. But yeah, over here, and you know, if you go for crit damage, make sure you're looking for offense. You just want to ramp as much as you can on him. Otherwise, yeah, get Jedi Knight Revan. When you're this close, you've got to bite the bullet and put it on him. Same with Savage, relic those characters. And then we're going to go all in on your executor requirements. That's my advice for you. I think you're too far away. I think, yeah, you're too far away from anything else. That executor's just going to help you get better rewards out of Fleet Arena, help you in GAC, kind of give you a stronger defense, Timothy, and then just equip some of those Zetas to those key characters. I mean, if you got 160 of them laying around, you can definitely put some on there. Like Han Shot First is a great Zeta for the Commander Luke Skywalker team. So yeah, I would definitely start equipping some of those high priority Zetas on characters. And then we'll look at speed on one character. We'll go to the Darth Revan. What's he got on him? 282. Okay, so we could definitely use a little bit more speed there. Definitely use a little bit more speed there. And Mara Jade, 93. Okay, so most of it coming from there. Like, that's a pretty decent mod for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Offense percent, 12 speed. That's decent. It's 2 rolls on 6 speed is brutal. This is a good mod. Offense percent, crit chance. And that's also a pretty decent mod just for anybody. So, yeah, man. I mean, I think that's going to kind of conclude reviews here for tonight. Josh, sorry you're just catching the end of the stream here. Wife got home from the wedding, so I'm going to kind of log off and spend a little bit of time there, guys. I do appreciate everybody hopping on here. If you didn't get a review, potentially could be streaming again tomorrow night. Just got to kind of see how everything with the kids pans out. I really appreciate everybody's support. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night or morning, depending on where you are in the world. But I love all you guys. May the Force be with you. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.